So next-gen consoles have been out for like 6 months at this point. It's late April, so 6 or 7 months. And something that's disturbing is the fact that you really don't need to get them. For the last 2 weeks, all I've done is play, or all I've played on is Xbox 360 and some League of Legends on PC. But there's nothing on the Xbox One to play. If you wanted to play Ghosts or Titanfall or whatever, Thief, if you wanted to play some of these major titles that came out, you could have played them on the 360. The same is true for the games that came out on the PlayStation 4. They're also out on the PlayStation 3. And I understand you need to have games that cross the console barrier at the beginning, but you also need to have more than just games like Second Son, Dead Rising 3 that are strictly on the next-gen consoles. You need to give us something to play. There's truly only like 10 games out for each console, and nearly any math for different consoles, but nearly half of them are available on last gen. So why are you enticing people to spend $400 and $500 to buy something that they don't have to buy because they don't have to have it, because you're still giving it to the last generation of console? And I got a buddy who enjoys Titanfall on the 360, and we were talking about some of his experiences there. It may be a better experience on the 360 than it is on the Xbox One. And a lot of people are going to say that's just completely ridiculous, but other than some minor graphics changes and upgrades, really, why do you need to spend $500 to improve your Titanfall experience? Because it doesn't. Another point of contention: how come we don't have an emulator yet? How come you can't go back to the PlayStation 3, to the Xbox 360, and play those last generation games? Now, Sony's doing a great job of at least trying to do this with the services that they offer, where you can go back and play some older games. The Xbox isn't on the same page with this yet, and I'm just trying to bash both, or say that both are good as opposed to one over the other. I think Sony is doing a better job because they have that service at least stepped up and offered. How come in 6 months, or you knew you were coming out with this new console for years now, how come you didn't have an emulator ready to go? You knew this was going to be a priority for your gamers. You knew this was going to be something that your consumer base wanted, to go back and play their old games, and you did not have that ready. You're not going to have that ready anytime soon, and it's not good enough. You need to do better. You need to come up with more games for this Xbox. Mine is sitting over here on the shelf collecting dust. I bought it day one. I was standing in line at Best Buy at midnight. I wanted to pick mine up, and I did, and I don't have anything to do with it now. There's nothing for me to play, and I mean, I've bought 4 games for it. I've downloaded an additional. I've got 5 games that I can play on this thing. I've beaten them all, and I'm tired of it. I don't want to do it again. I want to play something new. And so Games with Gold is offering me that. What's plugged into my Elgato where I can record right now? My Xbox 360. And that's what I'm continuing to play on. I'm looking in the Xbox Live Arcade just to find something new for my controller to do, for me to play, because I'm bored. I went back and bought Grand Theft Auto 5 just so that I'd have something else to do, because my Xbox One doesn't offer me anything to do at the moment. It may as well, but you know what it does? It holds the telephone up, and I think for many people, they're finding the same thing. It's taking too long for you to push games out to us. Looking at exclusive titles that are exclusive for the next generation consoles, you truly only have about 4 for each one. I mean, what are you talking? Infamous Second Son, Dead Rising 3... There's a couple more, but you don't have anything that's exclusive for the Xbox One or exclusive for the PlayStation 4. You're talking about a handful of games. It's very limited, and that's just not good enough. We're 6 months in. If you agree with me that this behavior from Sony and Microsoft is unacceptable, thank you, and leave your comments down below. Have a great day.